like I wanted to because I like I haven't listened to them in a while, but I like Sardonicast, which is your movie sucks, Ralph the Movie Maker, and I Hate Everything to a podcast. But their thing is like every week one of them will take a turn. They'll recommend a movie, and then they have to watch that before the next recording session.
And that's the thing, structure. I watched Sardonicast too, and that's what gave me the idea of Kings Never Die. Is like, okay, why don't I just have a structured thing where I talk? Because I like talking to different people. I feel like that's like a thing I just like to do.
It keeps it it adds variety as well.
Mm-hmm. And like I have a stand-up comedian friend who I met at Full Sail, who's been on the X podcast. I like to have him on again, and I have a lot of musician friends. And there's this girl I met in Jacksonville who's a video game designer.
Okay.
Who came to Full Sail for video games. And I want her on the podcast too, so, it's just like...
Get our thoughts on Epic Mickey.
Yes, the thoughts on Epic. That would be fun. That would actually be fun to discuss games like that. But,
what went wrong?
Just Warren Spector and his ambitions. Should have made another Half-Life episode, but, whatever.
I feel like he wanted it to be bigger than it ended up being, and
yes.
I feel like there's another behind-the-scenes aspect that we're not...
That we just don't know. There's always something like that with these type of things.
Like, maybe Disney said no, or maybe people got their hopes up too much, or maybe he got his hopes up too much.
Yeah.
You never know, but...
You never know.
Anyhow, like... It takes, like, a little bit of extra to try and make it in, like, a oversaturated market.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I'm not even making it an oversaturated market, but I'm feeling pretty good about the algorithm right now.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, at the time of recording this, not too much has happened, but I have been uploading, and and somehow I've reached that point in my YouTube history of like my good content.
Yes.
That they've reached the point where YouTube will, I guess, recommend it to just random people for no reason.
Right.
So like back in Full Sail, I did a video called the Lost Muppet Show opening.
Right.
Where basically it was the whole Muppet Show opening, but I added a bunch of layers onto it to make it look like old, like lost footage, basically.
Yeah.
But the whole joke was that the special guest was John Cena.
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce to you John Cena, and because old meme. But now, like, I don't know if it was because people were looking for, like, Muppet Show lost episodes.
Or John Cena because he's in Suicide Squad and the new Fast and Furious.
More so the Muppet one because it just launched, like, all the Muppet shows on Disney Plus, but not all of Muppet shows on Disney Plus. Like, there were some episodes
that makes sense.
There was, like, 4 episodes that didn't make it, so... And that was, like, a hot topic because there were a whole bunch of videos I was recommended about, like, what episodes are missing, like, what's the lost footage and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I somehow, just out of nowhere, my Muppet Show, like, meme video from, like, 2015, 6 years ago now, a lot of people are commenting on it. I gained a bunch of, like, subscribers and stuff, too. And then, with this, I've been doing really good with the algorithm, and I've jumped at least, like, 15 subscribers since we started this playthrough.
There you go.
I do not know if that's random. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Muppet one instead of this, but right now I am not a big YouTuber by any means. For anyone that is listening to this now, at the time of recording this, we're not big.
But guess what? You've been doing
but
it.
I know that every time that I know that now I'm comfortable with every time I upload a video, I'm guaranteed like a good 10 views on it. So I'm thinking that once we wrap up this game, I'm actually going to speed up the uploading process of this because I feel like it's too long. Because I don't want to be dated.
Right.
Because like. We referenced at the beginning of this recording session that the George Floyd guy was just found guilty.
Yes,
but by the time this is uploaded, he would have probably been like, he'd probably be sentenced and everything.
Right.
Like, it's probably old news.
Well, maybe you can just do a whole bi-weekly thing,
Well, it's already 3 times a week.
Oh, dang, really?
Yes.
Then again, like, I have noticed, like, whenever I look look at a video, it's like, oh, a new video. But I knew you had a backlog already put in, so I was like, okay.
It's already 3 times a week, so I think it might just be at least to finish up this game, it might move to an every other day.
Okay.
Just because this game.
And see, that's going to go good with your algorithm because you're uploading daily.
But what I want to do is hopefully, at least with the second game, is so I'll have a backlog of the second game, but then I also want to have shows for multiple days. Now, if people are listening to this and this hasn't happened yet, I don't make promises, I just say that I like things.
Yeah.
And I have a history of that. And I'm trying to get better because I'm actually we're actually finishing this game right now.
And just to say to you, like, how you even inspired me, like, with the podcast relaunch, I'm not, of course, letting out my first episode until June 11th, but I'm recording interviews now, and I'm doing content now because I want a whole month of content done. So when I release it weekly, you know, I have stuff done, so I have a backlog, like what we've been doing here. So I took a big lesson just from doing this about that type of stuff. But yeah, man.
There we go. He's a friend, so they could die. So, like, what I'm hoping for, and I don't want to make any promises to any viewers, but I'm hoping to start up, well, I'm not going to say it here on recording, but something on Saturdays.
Okay.
Like, something that will just always be on Saturdays, like, that's the thing. It gets uploaded on Saturdays once a week. And that's, like, one game or a different type of game, but it's Saturday. Because I like alliteration. So, something that starts with S, Saturday. And then multiplayer Monday, I think would be fun. Because I have more single-player games by far than multiplayer. So... But if multiplayer is designated just once a week, then, you know, there we go.
Yep.
Because that can take forever to finish a gameplay that's multiplayer. But we can, like, power through single-player games. Or multiplayer Monday could also be like, oh, this is too easy. Something's gonna happen. Listen to that waggle.
Yeah, waggle boy.
So, like, but then multiplayer Mondays could also be like a one-off where it's like, hey, we're playing, you know, we're playing a few Smash Bros. Rounds. Like, we're just gonna play Smash Bros. And record for like 3 hours, and here's the highlights. You know, simple like that. And then, meanwhile, throughout the rest of the week, we can have a steady stream of single-player content, so... By the time this part is uploaded, it could be very well an every other day, or something like that. Because right now it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I think we can do more.
Well, see, I love when this actually does come out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're gonna be talking about this while it's happening.
Yeah. Or
because whoever watches is gonna probably like look at the next video right afterwards. That's the funny part.
Right, and it's probably not even going to actually happen. It might not even do that either. It all depends, because coordinating people is hard. It's easy to just have you come over on a Saturday and then we record. But it's harder to get, like, how am I going to get, you know, 4 people together to play?
Yeah, that was a big thing I learned with Young Kings immediately. But you know me, I'm here.
Oh, I almost took fall damage for no reason. I think I'm about to hand the controller back to you.
Okay.
Whenever the next, like, leg of this journey appears. Something's happening. I can only take 5. Oh, okay. Well, I got a treasure.
Hey, a pin! Yay!
It is eerily silent.
Eerily.